What's going on, guys? Captain Blue Scale Poseidon here, bringing up a nice update from the International Challenge last weekend for VGC 2019 Sun Series. And this player here from Japan decides to bring in the same exact team I have. We both have Incineroar, we both have Xerneas, we both have Tornadus, we both have Kyogre. Now, the funny thing is that our last two Pokemon were also very identical. We both had an Amoonguss and a Kartana, but we decided to bring these four because these would be the more optimal choices. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start the battle. So, our awesome Japanese player, great taste in teams. I bring out my Incineroar and Kyogre while she brings out her Incineroar and Xerneas. So, after all the special abilities going off, it shows that my Incineroar is the slowest in play. So, it went from Xerneas to Kyogre to her Incineroar to my Incineroar. Okay, that's fine. So, on the very first turn, what I'm going to do here was a little risky. I was thinking that, well, since based on the Intimidates, I know that my Incineroar is slower, I'm going to go ahead and fake out the Xerneas slot, but she decides to switch into Tornadus. So if Tornadus is holding a Sash, this is good for me. I'm going to go ahead and protect because I'm expecting the fake out to go on to Kyogre, and I was right. So, after this turn completes, which is very nice in a sense because now that left my opponent wide open. Because the opposing Tornadus is going to go for Tailwind, which was a bad play, in a sense, of possibly losing two Pokemon. I go straight for the Origin Pulse. So that took out both Tornadus and Incineroar, because a Water-type move, Stab, plus Carrying Wave Instance, plus Rain, that's going to deal a lot of damage. That's going to KO something. So she goes back into Xerneas and brings out her last Pokemon, being Kyogre. So Fairy Aura is going to go off. Rain's already in play. I'm going to go ahead and protect with my Kyogre because I don't want it to have as much damage dealt to it as possible. So I'm going to taunt the Xerneas so it can't go for Geomancy, but decides to go for Moonblast into the Kyogre slot, which gets blocked by Protect. Water Spout still gets blocked by Protect, but it's going to bring my Tornadus down to the Focus Sash. So, Tornadus did exactly what I needed to do. So, I'm going to go for Tailwind this turn, so that way I got speed advantage. And I'm going to go straight for Thunder, but I'm going to get hit by Moonblast by the Xerneas. No special attack drop, so this works perfectly. Kyogre uses Water Spout, takes out my Tornadus, but Kyogre lives off of 5 HP, so I'm still in a good standing here. And I go straight for Thunder, and I deal a good amount of damage. But not only that I dealt a good amount of damage, the Kyogre gets paralyzed. So, because their Tailwind's out, is no longer on the field, the Kyogre, the opposing Kyogre that is the slowest Pokemon out there. So, instead of going for the fake out is what my opponent was expecting, I'm going to go ahead and protect with my Kyogre because I don't want it to deal any more damage. I know for a fact that the Kyogre is Scarfed. I'm going to use Knockoff on the Xerneas so that way it has no Power Herb. So that Geomancy now is a 2-turn move if it decides to use it. So this is actually, believe it or not, with the amount of power it has behind the Rain, and still, with that amount of HP left, still took out Incineroar. So now that's all up to Kyogre and my Xerneas. So, I'm going to get the Fairy Aura off, and then I'm going to use my Geomancy, and I'm going to protect, which was a bad play. I should have just attacked the Kyogre with Thunder, and that would have been a better standing, but you know what? This is perfect. Because it really didn't matter on Kyogre's side, because Kyogre did its job. So I'm going to get that +2 special attack, special defense, and speed. It's going to go for Moonblast onto the Xerneas slot in hopes of getting the special attack drop, but that doesn't work. It's going to go for Water Spout, it's going to take out Kyogre, and it's not going to deal much damage to Xerneas. because of that +2 special defense and the amount of HP Kyogre has, and it doesn't have a Rain backing it up. So I'm going to go straight for that Dazzling Gleam, and that to be in hopes of taking out Xerneas and Kyogre. However, I only take out Kyogre, and it's going to go for another Moonblast. And this time it actually does get the special attack drop, but it doesn't matter at this point because my Xerneas is faster. I attack with the Moonblast this turn, and that is the end of Xerneas on the opposing side. I have to say, during that entire International Challenge that Sunday, well actually technically it was a whole weekend, but I only played Sunday. This battle was probably the best battle I had in the International Challenge. And that got me thinking I need to play VGC more often. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell for more content. This is your Captain Blue Scale Poseidon signing out. Everyone have a good day. Bye!